Hi everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here with another scrapbooking process video, but not just any scrapbooking process video, no. Today I am taking part of the Winter Scrappy Challenge run by Leah from Scrap and Plan with Leah. She has a Facebook channel called The Crafty Channel Surf and all of the challenges will live over there. So if you're interested in participating in the Winter Scrappy Challenge, you can find out all the information over there. I am first up this morning, and then I believe Leah follows me at 10, and then there are 3 other women whose names I cannot remember off the top of my head who are following her over on the Facebook channel. So what we're going to do is each of us are offering a challenge, and you have, I believe, 12 days to take advantage of that. I'm not totally sure of that. I'm sure Leah has all the information, and it will all be on the Facebook page, on the Facebook channel. So I'm going to tell you about my challenge, but before I tell you about the challenge, I will tell you about the prize. I am offering a $15 gift card to whichever online Scrappy store you would like, and if for some reason you don't do any online shopping and you live in the US, I will get you a Michael's, Joann's, AC Moore, or Hobby Lobby gift card instead, and then I will just mail it to you. All right. So my challenge is a recipe challenge. Now, I will say, before I get into the challenge, I am doing a Christmas layout because this is the Winter Scrappy Challenge. You do not have to do a Christmas layout. You may do a layout of whatever you wish. My dog has gone insane and she's tap dancing in the kitchen, but I don't know why. All right, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Okay, so as for my challenge, it is called Countdown to Christmas, and it is a recipe challenge. So we are going to count down starting with number 5. 5. You must have 5 different kinds of embellishments. Now, I'm not going to be all crazy. If you have a chipboard sticker and you have a regular sticker, you feel free to count those as 2 different kinds of embellishments. And if you just want one of each, that is fine. And if you have a die cut piece made out of cardboard, and then you have an acetate cut piece, and you count those as 2 different types of embellishments, I'm totally fine with that as well. Super loosey-goosey is totally fine by me. All right, and then we're going to go down to 4 different kinds of paper. Now, this can be cardstock or pattern paper. It can be side A and side B of one piece of paper. As long as there are 4 different things, I'm fine with it. If you use the paper and then you use a branding strip and you want to count that as 2 types, totally okay. And then we're going down to 3 different kinds of alpha. Now, it can be a thicker, it can be an alphabet letter, it can be a stamp, it can be a thicker word. I'm okay with any of them, just have to be 3 different kinds. And then we go down to 2 photos, and there are my 2 photos. So they can be 4x6, 3x4, I do not care, there just have to be 2 of them. And then finally we are down to 1 partridge in a pear tree. No, of course not, I'm just kidding. All right, 1 bit of sparkle. That can be bling, that can be sequins, that can be, you know what, it can even be enamel dots. If enamel dots is as blingy as you get, we're good to go. You can use some, oh, that's not the right one. I meant to grab my gold Heidi Swap Color Shine, or silver, or bronze, or anything metallic. So I have like this gold foil. If you've got like a die cut with a gold foil, that's your bit of sparkle. I'm good to go with that. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and get you on fast forward. Oh, I will tell you, I am working with the holiday kit from Click Kits they released this year. In case you're wondering what it is made up of Pink Fresh Studio and Sweater Weather from American Crafts for the most part. There's some other things in there as well, but for the most part, that's what the papers and the bigger embellishments are. All right, I'm going to get you on fast forward. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page, The Crafty Channel Surf. Don't forget to check out Leah on her YouTube channel. I do not know if the other ladies are doing videos or if it's just going to be challenges over on the Facebook channel.
All right, I had to cut ahead. I started just rambling on, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started with my layout. I mentioned that I'm using my Click Kit Holiday Kit, and it is the first time I'm using it, so I'm kind of just poking through everything. I decided to start off with this Pink Fresh Studio paper, and I'm going to use the multicolor polka dots. So that is going to be my first piece of paper. I originally thought I was going to use the entire thing as a background, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to show, for those of you who prefer to have something a little bit on the simpler side, that you can use the different pieces of paper. So you want 4 different kinds of paper and still have a relatively simple layout. So I've got this polka dotted paper as paper number 1, my white cardstock as paper number 2, this multicolor Christmas tree one as paper number 3, and then the B side of that is paper number 4, and that has little snowflakes on it. So this is going to be my basic layout with my papers tucked behind my 2 photos, and I like the way this is looking so far, so super yippee yay. And now I'm going to ink all of this up with some Heidi Swapp navy ink, and I make a little boo-boo, but I'm just going to ignore it. It's not that bad. And in the end, I'm going to use a little trick to kind of just cover up or disguise my little boo-boo. So I go ahead and try to decide. Here's where I do. See, when I do direct to inking paper, I usually like to give it a few minutes to dry first, but I completely forgot this particular time, and so I ended up with a little bit of blue ink over on the left-hand side when I put glue on the back of that polka dotted paper. And now I'm just using the nifty tool of stretching it from one side to the other to make that paper look longer than it actually is, and that's because I love that tree paper. It's probably one of my absolute favorites out of all of the papers I got in this kit. And then I'm going to trim it off because I realized I actually cut too much of it. So once I get this the same length, and this probably isn't completely correct, but it's good enough for me today, I'm going to go ahead and get all of that glued down and get the entire thing glued down all together. And there we go. There is the main part. Now I'm considering using this in another area, and that is totally okay. If you want to use one piece of pattern paper in one area and then use that same piece of paper in another area, that totally works. Just in my case, I'm not going to use it that way simply because my title is larger than there's room for both the paper and my title. Now I've opened up the die cut pack that comes in this kit, and it is the American Crafts Sweater Weather die cut pack, and I just went through and kind of pulled some things that might work. I don't end up using it all, but I do use quite a bit of it. And then I opened up the Vellum Stars that comes from Studio Calico 7 paper line that they had going for a couple of years, and I pull out a couple of those as well. And then I have the cardstock stickers that came in the kit that are from Pink Fresh Studio. Oh, sugar, I do not remember what line. It is this year's Christmas line. So I have, for my 5 embellishments, I have vellum stars, I have die cut pieces, I have cardstock stickers. I'm also going to use that flare over there on the left hand side, and then I'm going to add my 5th embellishment closer to, my 5th different kind of embellishment closer to the end. So I've got those Christmas trees over on the right hand side above that label sticker I'm using. I have the little house. I was originally going to use the pink one, but size-wise, the blue one works out better. So I decide on these navy and white Jilly Bean Studio alphas as my first alpha. And I tried using my centering ruler, but for some reason it did not want to stick. Those particular alphas did not want to stick to my centering ruler, so I decided to go for using my T-square ruler instead, and I jump ahead. Now this is one of those where in the video it looks like it disappears, but in real life it's perfectly discernible that white on white, because the alpha is just a little bit of a different white tone than the background paper. Now in that lower left hand corner I have another one of those cardstock stickers, another vellum star, and then that die cut that says Warm Wishes. I couldn't remember if it said Warm Wishes or Winter Wishes. I'm going to use my second alpha, and these are the American Crafts Rosy, and they're a slightly older foam thicker. I don't remember exactly where I got it. And my third alpha is going to be this Tile Alpha from October Afternoon, one of their Daily Flash. I got this on, oh, sugar, what's it called? PT Cheap. They had like a bundle of them for a ridiculously good price. I'm going to continue that down at the bottom saying 2014. So my entire title is The Christmas Haul 2014. These photos are of my nephew and a picture before he went through all of his stocking gifts. And if you'll notice, yes, we tend to do a lot of what I consider like necessary presents, like new socks and underwear, a new toothbrush, bath products and stuff like that in his stocking, so that's why it's overly sized. And then the second picture is him after he had opened up all his gifts, and he's kind of just holding all of them or wearing some of them, and he's kind of just poking around. Alright, I'm getting all of my items glued down. As I said, even though there seems to be a lot of elements to this layout, it does end up being fairly simple, especially for me, as I tend to be more of a throw everything you can until it sticks on the paper type of scrapbooker. And here is my fifth kind of embellishment, and these are the enamel dots that came in the Click Kits holiday kit. So once I finish that, all I have to add is my bit of sparkle. And for me, I'm going to go with Shimmer's Vibes in Concrete for my bit of sparkle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right over where that ink got a little mushy on my page, and then two other areas. And now I'm showing you, I'm counting out all of my elements for this countdown to Christmas recipe. I am all set. Thank you so much for joining me here. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Don't forget to check out all the other ladies doing the Winter Scrappy Challenge, and head on over to the Facebook page and you can enter as well. Goodbye everyone. Thanks for watching.